Need some coins? MMO EXP. Yes, they are real. No, they aren't instant. No one is. But they are reliable and the cheapest around. Use code Scomo for 5% off. Get you some coins, stack your team, get those dubs, boys. Yay! Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back breaking down Madden with Xerxes. Man, I greatly do appreciate you coming on the show, man. How we doing?
Good. You said my name correctly, so that's a double plus.
It is.
Right,
I mean, I was gonna call you by your real name, but like, there's really no fun in that. You know, I really still like the name when you spell it out. It's Xerxes. Like it's Xerxes. Like it's S-E-E. Xerxes. But I like saying Xerxes.
Not S-I. Yeah. You and Kevin say Xerxes a lot. The only two people that I know that don't know how to say Xerxes. But we're gonna work on that.
I greatly do appreciate you coming on the show, man. Guys, as you know, this is going to be episode 4 of this kind of like podcast breakdown. We've been having some fun with it, man. I greatly do appreciate you guys supporting it. If you guys haven't seen the other 3 episodes, there's a playlist. You guys can check them out. If you do enjoy them, drop a like on them. As before, of course, all of Xerx's links are going to be down in the description. You can see all his nice Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and everything is like that is going to be down in the description. And that's basically what the first thing I want to talk about, man. Whoo, you made a big jump this year, and I know you're excited about the next year. Like, you're sitting there, like, look at you. Like, you shining. You got the goggles on right now. You just had a hell of a year, though. Like, you really did come off of a great year. This was... Correct me if I'm wrong. When did you decide? What year was it when you decided, like, I'm not doing college, like, I'm going to pursue that? Was this like the first year of that, or was that kind of last year a little bit too? Was that 19 a little bit?
Madden 18. No, Madden 18. I think it was Madden 19.
Madden 19.
I want to say.
Like towards the end of Madden 19, you decided, like, okay, I'm not going to college. So you were in 19 and you're like, okay, I'm not going to college. And Madden 20 was basically your first year. Like, you would have been a freshman basically in college, or you'd have been grinding Madden 20 basically is how.
Yeah, because Madden 19, it was like beginning of the year Madden 19. I think like after like the first month of Madden 19 is when I decided no college.
Right. And obviously that went well for you. And then now you're where you are. And you got a house for yourself. You got a house for your parents and your dad, and you're taking care of the family and everything. And you're just about to turn 21. Literally, like your birthday, I think, is what, the day after Madden drops, like 21 or the 21st or something like that.
It's the 23rd.
The 23rd of Access.
Yeah, it's 23rd.
Okay. So, I mean, what's going to be the plans? You just came off an incredible year. What is going to be now the next step?
A lot. Honestly, there's a lot of plans. Streaming, definitely want to get into streaming. You know, I felt like I didn't do. I feel like I work a lot, but I feel like I could do even more. So I want to do even more. I want to take that next step and do live streams. A lot of people want me to stream. Right. In terms of YouTube stuff, I want to step it up a little bit with certain things like thumbnails. Definitely gonna work on thumbnails. You always get on me about my text. Always get on me about the text with that. Of course. Thumbnails, definitely gonna work on that. Streaming, YouTube videos. I mean, it's basically gonna be the same exact thing. I mean, 4+ videos a day during busy Madden season.
Are you still gonna try to put out those 4 videos? If you're doing 4 videos a day, where are you getting time to stream?
So I thought about it. So my schedule that I think I'm gonna do, it just depends on really how this year plays out with like how much content we actually get, because I'm basing this kind of off of like how they did it last year with the content and everything. So I'll probably do a video at like 11, right? Normal content stuff. Right. Maybe I'll do a video at like 12:30, probably one around like 2:30 or 3, and then another video at like 5:30. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna stream from like 8 to 10, like 4 days a week. So I'll get like 3 nights a week off to myself. But the other, like, 4 or 5 days a week, if streams are going really good, people enjoy them, then maybe I'll even stream more.
And then that would also then bring a second channel and then some fun videos from the stream also, because that is that is the mold, that is the method that has been working very
Shout
well
out to Flo.
for the community. That is like it is
Yeah.
a set, and especially if you have a fan base that does want to see that extra content and it's working for you, there's absolutely no reason to do it. So I mean, if that seems to be working and the community and the people that enjoy Madden like that concept, then there's absolutely no reason not to do it whatsoever. The other thing that I do like, and like you mentioned, it's not just the thumbnails. I like that you're going to be stepping up the branding, stepping up your. I think this is going to be the first time you've even really talked about it, but maybe a new logo kind of coming, all kinds of different new stuff that is going to be progressing, thumbnails, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see kind of like what the progression and what you kind of do. Is there any new series? Is there any like big, like one thing you're like, I am really excited, or is the one big thing that you're excited about is streaming? Is there any like new series or anything, or is it pretty much streaming the big thing you got right now?
I do have some series ideas. We're gonna have to see how things play out because I really want to see how the game actually molds out. Like Superstar KO, I want to see what they do with that because that's a really fun game mode. I'd love to do a series on that, but it depends if they incorporate it a little bit into Ultimate Team.
Okay.
And then of course we have the yard. So I mean, we probably all want to do some yard stuff. The yard seems fun.
Right. We'll definitely get to the yard stuff, and we'll talk about that. And hopefully, if it does play out, you know, there's definitely going to be a lot of content from there. But with the progression that you just had from 19 and 20, and now at your place where you're like, okay, this is going to be my real big year, jump off, really want to set my tone of what I want to become as a YouTuber. When you look back, though, at 20, and you look at everything that you did at 20, what are going to be your big takeaways, positive and negative, from the content to the gameplay to your progression? What you remember the most about Madden 20?
I honestly think that the lack of content, and I'm not speaking for myself, the lack of content in Madden 20 was terrible. Obviously, we all know this, but I think it actually helped a lot of YouTubers because we had to get a lot of creativity to do, because I mean, I did 3-4 videos every single day for like 6, 7, 8 months of the entire game. Right. And that's with the incredible lack of content we actually had. So like, I think it helped a lot with creativity and like different video ideas. We all kind of figured out what works for our channels. I think this year was a huge year for all of us. So even though it sucked, yeah, it was huge. It was definitely the biggest year yet. It sucked in terms of lack of content. It helped us all get better at making videos, having that creativity to actually get videos done, even on days like nowadays, there's nothing. It's absolutely terrible. But we're all thinking of stuff. We all have creativity now. So I think that's a good thing. Negative, I broke like 5 controllers this year. I've literally never broke a controller. Like never. I've never raged at a game so much to throw a controller. I literally broke like 5 controllers this year. Like the most rage-inducing gameplay ever. I will stand by it. Madden 20 is the worst Madden gameplay I've ever played.
Was that all weekend league gameplay, or is it sometimes when you're recording videos gameplay?
Oh, God. A lot was weekend league. Pack and play. Pack and play was tough.
Those
especially when you got matched up.
Because you want it to be like a good video, and the pressure's on you. And you got all this stuff set up, and you're trying to build the storyline, and then something stupid happens with the storyline. I'm like, bro, I know what you're talking about. Like that right there is frustrating.
I hate putting out like obviously I have to show every game. That's the point of pack and play. But I hate recording pack and play gameplays where I'm like an 83 overall team or something because I always start like a little bit later, like September or so. Right. And then I get matched up with like a 94 overall team, and I'm just like,
yep, here we go, boys.
Great gameplay. Just lost 30-3. Yeah, I hate that. That's the worst.
It definitely happens sometimes. Like I got a series right now where in MLB The Show where I basically started out with the best Cody Bellinger and then a bunch of commons around my team. And then based on what Cody does and then what they do, I've been upgrading my team based on like different packs and upgrades if it's like Cody stats or the boys stats and stuff. So I think I'm going to bring something like that around Saquon Barkley to Madden, basically, is what I'm going to try to do. But I'm going to try, I think I'm going to try to start that within like the first month or two, because then I'm not that far behind. Because I feel like with those like no money spent things. You're like,
Oh,
you gotta start early, because then you're already putting yourself behind the ball anyways by, starting, later as a secondary account. But now, leading you to that, what are you looking forward to? What would be the things that you would want to see in 21 to give you that less frustration, more excitement? You weren't happy about the gameplay, you weren't happy about the content, but you were happy about what you did with your creativity and that kind of stuff. What would you want to see 21 and the future of Madden?
a lot more content. 100, like that's probably the number one thing that I would love to see, obviously, because not just for YouTube, but just in general. Like we love Madden. We wouldn't do Madden YouTube if we didn't love the actual game.
Right.
So as frustrating as like the community gets, or like Twitter gets with people, we're the same way. We showed in our videos, like we get mad when there's no content or they put out some trash content. Like I think I made a video today, I'm pretty sure it went live, like how to make MUT 21 the greatest MUT ever. And I think a big part of that is going to be content, like making flashbacks, heavyweights, and veterans actually relevant. If they're going to have that 3 drops a day, we need to make the cards actually good and usable. Like compared to like legends or promo cards we get, after like the first 2 weeks, those cards are irrelevant. No one cared about flashbacks, heavyweights, and veterans because they just weren't good. And then they took them out of the game, never replaced them with anything. Like the training store all year, I felt like was actually missing something to use training on, like to make it fun. We're missing like those old Madden 17, 18 elite token sets. Like you could go do a flashback set and you could make some coins, have fun with that.
Just fun random sets.
There's nothing like that in Madden 20. That was the most frustrating thing, I think, was there was just like really nothing to do all year long, I feel like. And they were always behind with stuff. Journey came out late. Series came out super late. I think we got cut off like 1 series sooner than we did last year. I think we had 7 series. It's such a lack of content, but honestly, we say it every year, right? The next year is going to be better. But I really, really think that because this year is going to be for the next generation consoles, I feel like they're really going to focus on it. I think maybe beginning of the year, we might see a little bit slower. But I think when that next gen comes out, we are going to get flooded with content.
They better, December, Zero Chill better be freaking absolutely
It better
awesome.
be out of this.
You got the new consoles. Good. You got they better do something cool with that.
We better have a Blitz promo.
Yeah.
We better have daily content, dude. Like I'm telling you, we could have such a great, and I really do think I really think that we're going to focus on content a lot this year, especially being that new generation. But gameplay wise, the news about like worse users, not good. I'm not happy about that. I'm not.
I mean,
that's something I think that
all very, very relative. And I mean, once again, it all depends on how the game plays. So I feel like when everyone played the beta, you're literally stepping off a game when you had 99 overall guys with 99 speed and lurker. And then you go to a game that is a day 1 beta. And with anything else, like these guys are going to be slower and obviously it's going to be different. But it's all about how the game plays. And as long as it's not completely just unusable, because I hate that thing. I hate when, you just can't even use that. That's when it's a horrible feature. If it's less effective now and you can only cover like 2 guys, rather than covering 4 guys or whatever it be, it could be a little bit better. Obviously, it might be a little frustrating at the beginning of the game, but hopefully then they were like, okay, let's boost up the stats a little bit more, because that's what I'm looking for and hoping as the progression of it. But if you were going to sit down, like, because you and I both play Weekend League, right? We both play Weekend League. Most people don't think about us playing Weekend League. A lot of people give us crap about Weekend League. I let W play Weekend League like twice, and like everyone thinks he's played like every Weekend League game.
Every single week,
like, it's nuts. But what'd you have? Like 18, 19 wins as the most like last year?
Every week, 18 wins. Right. I quit playing Weekend League in January, I think. That was after I broke another controller. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm not. It's not worth it anymore.
We're pretty much right there. I'm at the 18, 19 wins. I had 19 like a few times. What do you think? Obviously we're not competitive players. We're not tournament players. We're not pro players, even though a pro player just makes money playing the game. And I think we both make some money playing the game. But what do you think that you would need the direction of the game to do, or you would like out of the game that you feel like, okay, if this was it, I can get to 20 wins. I can get to 21 wins. What do you think you'd need out of gameplay to get you to 19, 20 wins?
What do I need out of gameplay to get to 19 or 20 wins? I feel like
Hard
no
balls.
matter what.
Hard balls.
My first, 8 games, I always win. Like, it's literally, okay, this is how my progression went every single week in league. Win the first 8 games. Then I'll lose, the next 2. Then I'll win, the next 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kept going like that and then that until, the final 3 games where I was like, okay, I can get 18. I can get 20 wins this week, right? I'm like, set. Lose, barely win. I feel like the matchmaking was unfair to me.
That's how
what I need
Weekend League is going to
betterment.
go, because as you get higher, you're getting matched up with the people that have equal amount of wins than you. So when you start getting to 16 wins, you're now not playing someone with 11 wins.
You're playing W.
You're
playing W.
Well, it really doesn't matter. If W has 16 wins at that time, then you do have a better chance to play W at that time. But so the matchmaking, obviously, I feel like in seasons and other things, needs to be fixed that way. The matchmaking, obviously, actually in Weekend League, I kind of like, because if you're going for the 20th win, I want to play someone going for 20 wins also. You should get matched up with someone 19 wins. Like, okay, whoever wins this game, gets their 20th win. I kind of like that concept. But if you're actually talking about on the field gameplay stuff,
yeah.
What would you feel that you need to succeed more?
I feel like I'm gonna get quoted on this. I'm gonna get screen recorded.
That's what I want.
I'm gonna get bashed all year for this.
That's what these breakdowns are for. I want quotes. I want you guys to get trash in the comments. Down in the comments, trash them.
I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna look directly in the camera. Okay. I am going to get top 100 at least.
Okay.
Let me not say something's gonna get me too roasted here. 6 times. I'm gonna get top 100 at least 6 times the entire year.
6 times.
No, what?
So
no.
You never had 19 wins. You're gonna go from 18 to top 100 6 times?
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna get top 100 at least once a month.
Once a month?
Once a month. Because here's why. Why I think I'm gonna get top 100 at least once a month.
Okay.
The number one issue for me in Madden 20, as it was for everybody, was stopping the run. Okay. Obviously. In the Madden 21 beta. I should. It's too late. It's already been screen recorded. I was gonna say at this, if the gameplay is like the 21 beta, which I know it's gonna be a little bit different, right?
Right.
I think the game is perfect for me. I'm gonna dot everybody up, obviously, based on the Madden 21 beta. I mean, I'm just throwing hot lasers everywhere. There's no one that can stop me. So
that's what you think. You
I feel like
better passing. You needed better passing to be able to pass the ball.
I needed better passing, and we got not better. We got easier passing from the way that the game plays. Like, they made everything. They thought Madden 20 was so good for the run game. They were like, let's do the opposite. Give him insane passing, because in the 21 beta, that's what it is. They don't want the user to be too good. Pass rush wasn't that bad. I thought pass rush was perfect. You get 2 sacks a game max instead of 2 sacks every possession. And then if you don't have a skateboardist, then GG to you.
Right.
I think it's actually a perfect game for me. I can pass the ball easy. If running is somewhat decent, I'll have the best running back in the game in Ezekiel Elliott. So it's going to be a GG there. And then defensively, I'm going to be pass rushing, usering with Lawrence Taylor getting 8 sacks a game while you try to user on your turtle middle linebacker and get 0 user picks. So it's just GG.
I really like the mental state that you're in. I really like it. And I don't know if you remember seeing a comment that I put on a video of yours. I challenged you. First weekend league. First weekend league. Me versus you. Loser has to buy the other person a bundle. Whoever gets the
Whoever
most
gets more
wins, first weekend league.
If we tie, it goes by strength of schedule, right?
If we tie, it goes by strength of schedule. Yes, obviously.
I'm in.
You're in. Okay. And
I'm
we
down.
must stream
Yeah, let's
all
do it.
games, so then we know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay? Sound good?
Can't
Fair.
get W play for you, so I mean, I get 14 wins.
All right. No. So, all right. With all that, see, we're doing better. I wanted to speed this up. I wanted to kind of keep these things a little bit more condensed. We've talked about gameplay. We've talked about content. We've talked about MUT. We've talked about what you expect out of your brand. Now let's talk about, and I want your opinions on what the community is talking about. And I feel like a lot of it has gone in different directions right now. And I would like to first say this before I ask my question. And this is kind of going out to like everyone. Having a different opinion of someone or something is completely fine. But being toxic, or the way that some of these people in the community are going at someone else that maybe doesn't have opinion or care necessarily about your feeling or your stance, you know, if it doesn't affect you, then just ignore it. But with that being said, I don't play franchise. I wish franchise was the greatest thing ever. I got no problem in getting every feature that they want, but there's a way to like go about it. But do you feel like franchise is a good part of this community? Do you feel like it can increase the community? Do you feel like if they put the time and effort, even though we are MUT guys, do you feel it would still benefit us?
Yes.
Me too.
If the game is good, if the gameplay is good, franchise will be better. But in general, we're talking more about franchise features, or the lack of updated features to Madden 21 franchise, which everyone was complaining about. So much that we got that to, I think, number 2 trending in the world.
Yep.
That was incredible. That was insane.
Crazy.
I love it. I love the fact, just to show. I hope everyone realized this, by the way. When we did that, we literally just showed EA if there is something wrong with the game, and we all care about it enough, and we all have equal opinions about it, we can get the game changed.
Right.
I hope we all realize that. It's not just about franchise. That same aspect, and franchise, no offense, is a smaller community than MUT.
Right.
Fair to say? Much smaller, I'd say,
and
right?
I feel like that's the problem, though, is like the franchise guys think that they have to battle MUT guys. Like, I feel like in my mind, the more people that have Madden is just helping the community. I don't care if you're playing draft. I don't care if you're playing KO. I don't care if you're playing franchise. I don't care what you're playing. But if they're playing Madden, obviously, it's a great thing for the community. It's a great thing for my brand. It's a great thing for everyone that wants to play the game and get better at the game. Like, the better features and that kind of stuff. I don't think anyone is going to have a problem with franchise getting features or whatever. I don't think that's the problem. And I feel like that's where it's gotten lost, that like maybe some people don't care. Maybe it's not like a top priority, but it doesn't mean that they shouldn't still get stuff. So like, I understand their like frustration. Like, I understand that. Like, they definitely should get stuff. It shouldn't be copy and paste. There should be stuff that they had 5 years ago that they just don't have now. They shouldn't lose stuff. All that stuff is stupid. But like, the whole battle of everything, and I've had Throne, I've had Dubby, I've had CC, and I've had you now, and we're gonna keep on going. And not one of the guys have really been a franchise guy. I'm gonna try to get RBT on here later, but even the MUT guys, everyone has said so far, and I kind of want to get that point across here, that we can be MUT guys, that we can be first priority is our content. We do like packs. We do like the content. We like doing the different stuff with MUT and building our team. But that doesn't mean that we want, guys. Like, it doesn't.
We're Madden guys.
Exactly.
The entire community as a whole, franchise, if you only play Superstar KO, if you're new to the game, if you're only going to play Superstar KO, if you're only going to play the Yard, if you play Ultimate Team, it helps the community in general if everyone is happy. Because you always notice, and it's just kind of like a thing, in general, not just in Madden, but just literally the entire world. If there is negativity, people stick to it and it grows on the entire community. If there's positivity, we get a new promo in MUT. Twitter's happy as anything. Everyone's in there, yo, this new card's amazing. These pack odds are great. This promo's sweet. Well, if those franchise guys are still part of the community, they're all interacting with EA, we're all talking to everyone. If we're all happy, everything is going to be better.
Right.
Everyone's going to be happier. If you see 50 people reply to an EA tweet talking about how bad franchise is, how bad it is, you might go to that. And the same thing happens like anywhere. Like if you go to any single Twitter post and you see a bunch of negativity, you might feel more inclined to be negative about the subject. So if someone says the franchise sucks, you're like, yeah, MUT sucks too. We didn't get this. If they're like, oh, franchise is really, really good, you'll be like, yeah, we have some good things in MUT. Maybe they could change this, but you're not going to be like attacking them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like group positivity is good. So not saying be positive when things are negative. I'm saying I want things all to be positive. I want people to be happy about everything.
Right.
Obviously, we all want a good game. We're not like, oh, we want MUT to be good. We want franchise to be trash. No.
I feel like that's what they've done with Superstar KO with last year. You know, that wasn't a game mode that you had to go play. That was a game mode that they wanted people to engage with Madden, get on, buy Madden, actually play with your friends, challenge someone. You know, if there was a group party or a college atmosphere, like actually playing that quick game, Superstar KO was good with that. And I feel like that's a step now that they are trying to do with the yard. And that is going to be one of our final questions that I want to ask you about is, what do you think now? We've had a little bit with mobile. We've had a few days on it. We've got a few other articles on it. What now are your real expectations as a player and a creator of the yard?
Expectations for the yard. I don't expect it, as a lot of people did when we originally thought it was going to be 6v6 online, to be like my park. I don't expect it to be like my park at all. I think if it's going to be similar to like the yard that we've been playing on mobile for the past couple days, I like the customization. That's awesome. I think there's a lot of customization parts about it. Right. You will notice, though, that, of course, they're allowing you to use cash. Oh, yeah. They're allowing you to use Madden points. We knew that was coming. We knew they're going to bring out some sick uniforms that, like, glow nonstop or something. It'd be like $50. They're going to do some stuff like that. They're going to have, like, blitz events. I'm positive on the yard. This is another money draw. But it's an interesting concept. I want to see how it transitions over to console. I really, really am excited about how they actually made it to where you can do mobile. So like if people have to go to things, whatever, they can still work on the yard at least and get their progress over there. Transfer over to tournament on the console. I want to see how the gameplay is going to work, because I don't know, maybe you know more about this than I do, but like on the yard, right? You know how like you can upgrade your quarterback, your halfback, your wide receiver, your tight end. Yep. So like, you have to pick a certain position to play in the game. Like when it's online console with your friends, like is one person going to have to choose their quarterback they've upgraded and they've customized whatever, and then another person is going to have to choose their running back, their wide receiver, all that. It's going to cause a lot of people to have to play more. I feel like it's going to actually get, either you're going to have to specifically get friends and be like, hey man, you're the running back all the time. You're only running back.
End. Yeah, to play. Yeah, exactly.
Or you're going to have to focus on that.
Like, I feel like they're going to take a lot of the gameplay from squads. And a lot of that squads style.
That's literally squads with customized characters. That's what I'm envisioning right now. Customized characters.
Customized characters, but then less players on the field. But then where do they get the players?
Yeah. Are they doing less players on the field? Or are they just going to be, you can only be the quarterback, halfback, and wide receiver, but then where would the rest of your team be?
What would the rest of your team be? But it's only 3v3 users. Maybe?
I don't know yet. I don't know, dude. So, would the rest of the team come from your MUT team? Then how would that work with quarterback, wide receiver, running back? Then what, you have another wide receiver out there, you have a tight end, and then one offensive lineman and one defensive lineman?
I have no idea. All I know is there better be subs out there that start learning how to run routes. Like, I'm talking about you spend hours learning how to
I want to see you running a crisp comeback.
Exactly.
Back around.
Absolutely. Final thing here, and I've been kind of ending everyone on this. Not as a creator. First night, first thing. As a player, as a fan, what are you doing? Your first night. What are your first few things when you power on the game? What are you going for?
First thing that I'm doing when I power on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I wasn't a creator, would I open packs still?
Would you?
Probably, right?
Yeah. I mean, are you opening packs?
That's what I
Okay,
do
so
first.
you open up packs. You open up packs. Okay, you open up your bundles. Are you going right into head-to-head a little bit, or are you gonna start grinding? You're gonna start grinding levels, aren't you?
Immediately jumping right into Journey or Gauntlet. Immediately. Okay. Whichever one is better rewards. If Gauntlet gives you really good players, or like if we had like NFL Epics again,
right,
where we get like that 86 Baker and Deacon,
right,
which those aren't even hard to do. Those are quick games. Right. I'm jumping into either whatever gets me a higher overall player first, or whatever's more rewarding, Gauntlet or Journey, which usually quicker Gauntlet tends to be. Journey's like long grind, not a lot of packs, but you get like a pretty good player.
Absolutely. I mean, hopefully, last year, yes, there was a lot of stuff that we had to spend money on, but I feel like over the last few years, the progression of what you can grind for has been getting better. The free cards that you've been getting has been getting better. Oh, yeah. The amount of coins that you can make by playing the modes have been getting better. So yes, there's tons of ways to spend money, but we've been getting this slow little scale of actually that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping
you don't need to spend money at all.
Yeah, like, I'm hoping we do get some really cool solos and challenges and stuff like that to unlock some really good cards right away also, because that's going to probably be towards my grind right away I know you can't really lab versus the CPU, but once again, I feel like at our level, you're just trying to get used to the game speed, trying to figure out how people play. Like, I'm not like W. I can't just jump into head-to-head right away. Like, let me grind some solos for a minute, bro.
Get the team up, bro. We need a better listen, we know W can win with an 80 overall team, but let us get our legend players. Let us get our 88 overall squad to compete versus the pros.
I need Lawrence Taylor first. Like, come on now.
No, he's not coming. LT's not coming for like at least 2 months.
Oh, jeez. They always make me go crazy for Lawrence Taylor, but I greatly do appreciate it, man. I feel like we did a really good this one. We got it even more condensed. So thank you very much for your time. Guys, of course, make sure you go and check out Zerk. All his links are going to be down below. He is going to be going to Twitch, so I will pull that link down below also. So make sure you guys go and check that out. And yes, he is sponsored by G Fuel. So once again, you can always choose what G Fuel code you want to use the most, but you're more than welcome to use anyone. I truly say just rotate through the community and use everyone's code, but greatly do appreciate you. We're going to be having some fun this year. You already came to the crib once. We're going to be planning something else here within the first few weeks of the game. Also, got some bundle battle episodes. Everyone wanted to see you on bundle battles last year. We will definitely get you on bundle battles this year. We're going to even do some team stuff with Dom. I'm really looking forward to it, man.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But guys, make sure you are subscribed to Zerk, to everyone that has been on these things. For some reason, if there's any way, shape, or form you guys aren't subscribed to anyone, make sure you guys go to the links, subscribe, follow him on Twitter, Twitch, everything like that. Especially Twitter. Like, Zerk's really good at. He's probably, because CC and I used to do it a while ago, but I've kind of worn out. He's really good at tweeting out like all the information like right away. He'll literally be like recording and tweeting at the same time. Like, I don't even, and he gets the video out faster than everyone. But I greatly do appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your time. Next episode is going to be Gutfox. I think next episode is going to be Gutfox. I know this one was supposed to be on Friday, but we dropped it on Saturday. Gutfox still should be Monday. Worst case scenario, it's Tuesday. I gotta talk to the Fox, but don't hold me to this. I'm doing my best out here. We're cruising until 21. Okay.
We're chilling.
Greatly do appreciate your time, boys. We out. Yeet.